Yeah, I'll call him Soldier Boy. You just gotta punch, then crank back 3 times from left to right. Soldier Boy, I'm in it. Why me crank it, why me crank that Soldier Boy, that Superman, that why me crank that Soldier, 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 Soldier Boy, I'm in it. Why me crank it, why me crank that Soldier Boy, that Superman, that why me crank that Soldier, 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 Soldier Boy, I'm in it. Why me crank that, why me rock, Superman, that why me crank that Robocop, Superman, that why me dog, jocking on the idol, mate. When I do that Soldier Boy, I listen to them, they crank that night out. I'm jocking on your jocking.
Hi, I'm Gala, one of the hosts of the Oceanic Cup. I'm joined here today with Cloppit, one of our competitors, and we're going to be going through a few interview questions to see how he's prepared for the tournament. So how are you doing today?
I'm good.
Little nervous?
A little bit.
Alright, let's get straight into it. What do you hope to achieve in the Oceanic Cup and why?
I really want to get... it's more of an opportunity for me to kind of grow my skill in tournaments and stuff. And of course, like MREC wants me to get he's really hoping to push the skill.
Yeah. He's hoping to do that a lot with this tournament.
Oceanic players. He's very much hoping to do that. And so I think, well, one of my goals is obviously I want my skill to go higher, but also I want the, I think also, I want to get at least, I believe in myself enough to be able to get at least a top 3 spot. And that's what I'm hoping to achieve.
That would be really awesome. Do you think genetics are real for OSU players?
I mean, I definitely think that genetics are I think that they play into it a little bit. I think that they have a lot. But I also think that hard work is very, very important when it comes to OSU stuff. And I think that, you're not going to get anywhere if you don't try your best. And blaming that on genetics is never going to get you anywhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. Who do you think are the strongest contenders besides yourself in the Oceanic Cup?
Besides myself, so I think, well, obviously a secret box is like one of the biggest villains of this tournament. I think
for sure.
If anyone, if he gets sent to losers bracket early on, I'm going to be shocked. I think that's, and if he loses, I would also be shocked. But I think Pala is also a very strong contender. A lot of people underestimate Pala.
Absolutely.
And then of course, Ak and Zix. They're all those are the people that I'm worried about. Those are the people that I'm worried about versing.
Yeah.
And so, yeah.
What's one thing you think people underestimate about you as a player?
I think a lot of people, just see me as the aim slop guy, the aim slop one trick kind of guy. But, I don't think people really see me as a one trick anymore, especially after OWC 25. But I think a lot of people underestimate my reading. Because I didn't play any reading on the OSU World Cup team. Usually when I'm in a team tournament, I don't play the reading.
They usually have players specific for that.
Yeah, we usually have people that are way better at reading than me. And that doesn't mean necessarily that I'm bad at it. I can play most AR8 hidden maps. I can play low AR. I feel like my reading is definitely underestimated quite a lot. And if I did get put in a reading in match, I feel like I would be pretty up to par with most of my other players. It's just I'm less consistent. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. What advice would you give to players who are also trying to reach the top?
Grind aim. If you want to get to the top, just grind aim. That's kind of that'll get you there, I guess. But
you can PP farm that way.
Yeah, there's honestly play more, grind aim, play more aim.
How did you feel after the choke in OWC 25? Maybe a bit of a sore spot, but we have to ask. We have to ask.
Yeah, a lot of people might have been on that stream. There were there were 1,000 people watching me.
That's gonna be so stressful.
And it was after the choke happened, MREC rated me and all, and it was just I was really trying hard to not get emotional, I was trying, but then, in a way, I think it would have been less bad if I just wasn't so, if it wasn't a 6-7, if it wasn't we just lost, what was it, 4 points in a row? And then, TB, I was so confident about TB. I think I said, in my video that I made on the match, I think I said, if we get to TB, we're going to win. And then, it's just a shame, we kind of just, I think we just got nervous and,
the mental of 4 in a row loss.
Oh, hello.
Welcome.
Oh, welcome to the Oceanic Cup, and today we have a match here, cloppit versus Kyujin. How do you feel about this match, Gala? I'm very, very excited for this matchup.
I feel pretty excited for it. I mean, you just saw the interview there. I went and saw cloppit last week. I mean, as a fellow South Australian player, I feel pretty strongly about hopefully him having a really strong performance today. So looking forward to seeing where this goes.
Yeah, 100%. Two very, very well-known players in the Oceanic scene. You have cloppit, which obviously I think everybody knows in the chat here, around rank 15 in the world, one of the best mechanical players in the Oceanic scene. And then you have Kyujin, one of the best New Zealander players in the world. And, you know, it's a bit weird to see this matchup in the round of 16 because actually, these two were placed in the top 6 for predictions. So definitely a weird matchup to see in the round of 16 here.
We're back. We're back.
All right, we are back. cloppit versus Kyujin. Have they started with the bans yet? Let me check. Okay, they banned. Let me see. Hidden 1 and Hidden 2 for cloppit's ban, I think, and Violet. I mean, no, sorry, not Violet. Kyujin with the No Mod 6 ban. I'm not sure what his first ban is, but yeah, definitely very expected bans because you know cloppit's definitely not a bad hidden player, but Violet just unfortunately being the stronger hidden player in this matchup, and Violet banning No Mod 6 just, you know, as a comfort ban.
Can confirm with the DT1 ban as well.
The DT1 ban, definitely very good bans for both players, and also very expected as DT is also in the favor of cloppit's skill set. So yeah, I guess we just have to see what cloppit's first pick is, and I think I would assume it would probably be one of the DTs just because we all know how good cloppit's mechanical skill can be. So I think I would like to see maybe a DT4, you know, maybe one of the DTs like DT2, DT3. Wouldn't be too surprised to see a No Mod 1 pick. And of course, as I was talking about, we see the DT4 pick. You know, definitely a very solid pick on cloppit's end. And yeah, but Violet, I mean, sorry, not Violet. Kyujin is definitely not a name to be, you know, definitely a name to be feared with the DT4 pick.
We love technical difficulties. Sorry about that, team.
Stand with us for a bit.
Should be ready to roll. I'm looking forward to this one though. I was pretty hyped for this match going into the weekend.
Yeah, 100%. Definitely very hyped for this match. What is going on?
We love Tournament Clan.
Just Tournament Clan tweaking up. Anyways, excited to see Claff Fraley's play. I don't know why it says that name actually. Tasty Klein is being a little...
Maybe a recent name change?
A little tweaking. Is it a name change?
I'm not sure. I haven't had time to check. Getting into an early miss from the side of Kyujin.
Yeah, already a miss on the side of Kyujin. Not going to matter too much as this map is pretty long. I think around 2 minutes, 20 seconds. But with that other miss there, it might become a problem for Kyujin. cloppit looking very well practiced on this with 99.2% accuracy, while on the side of Kyujin having 97% accuracy. Definitely cloppit having the upper hand here already around a third into the map.
This performance from cloppit, he's looking really confident.
Yeah, you can definitely tell he's very, very well practiced, especially with the accuracy just, you know, going up and that score, that combo, you know, just doing an amazing job all around throughout this DP4.
Feels like every few seconds this map just completely changes up what you're looking at, and cloppit holding a really strong accuracy through it all, just showing how confident he is in these DT picks.
Yeah, 100%. Will he get this FC to question? And with that miss from Kyujin, unfortunately, probably going to be the rice in the cooker for this one, yeah, unfortunately. Well, I guess we just to see if cloppit can pull off the FC here, which would definitely be a very impressive feat. I don't know if it's... Oh, and as I see that, he just misses.
A corner note as well. That's so unfortunate.
Oh, man. He was so close. But hey, 900k. Definitely not a bad feat here from the young Australian legend. 900k. Amazing score.
Repping the South Australia there. Love to see it. Only a little bit biased for me.
Repping the Adelaideans for sure. Not even a bad score from Kyujin. 500k is not a bad feat, but when you're versing the monster that cloppit is with a 930k, you know, some people even saying this is one of the hardest maps in the pool. Definitely a very, very impressive feat from the Adelaidean here.
One miss for both players as well, so that was just a couple more slider breaks, a little lower accuracy on the side of Kyujin, but that made all the difference for those scrolls.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, I guess we just see what Kyujin picks, and he goes instantly into the DT2, his comfort pick of speed. If you watched OSU World Cup 2025 for New Zealand, you must have seen how good Kyujin was on their speed picks, you know, having insane accuracy, insane stability, and always just being consistent overall on every speed pick. So I'm definitely not too surprised to see this DT2 pick, but cloppit is definitely a feat to be scared of on speed still. So, you know, I guess I would see this as like a kind of coin flippy pick, not gonna lie, but yeah, just have to wait and see.
Going into this match, did you have any predictions on, I guess, the outcome? Because I feel like a lot of people thought Kyujin would place higher, and maybe it was just not practicing the map pool as much, but I feel like this is a really tough match early on for both players.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, if you're watching the prediction stream, I had Kyujin at number 2 actually first up, but you know, I guess, I mean, he told me that he didn't practice the qualifiers pool too much, so that's why he kind of underseeded a little bit. So, yeah, anyways, I have this in my pick'em, like 6-4 with cloppit winning, just because I know how cloppit's been grinding these kind of type of tournaments and how motivated he is for the Oceanic Cup. While I guess Kyujin's a little too busy on the other hand, maybe dealing with university a little bit, so just not practicing and playing the game as much as cloppit is, unfortunately.
Yeah, that does make sense. Cloppit had a very strong performance in the qualifiers as well, but when I did go to interview him, he was saying he didn't feel good about his performance either. So he's really trying to push himself here.
Yeah, 100%. You know, very, very high expectations for himself from the Adelaidean legend, while against the New Zealand carry of Kyujin, you know, both, you know, holding out strong. With cloppit with 99.2% accuracy, while Kyujin has 98.2% accuracy, so the comfortability already showing in the accuracy pretty deep into the map here, around the third into the map.
And we do see a break from cloppit.
A break from cloppit, very uncharacteristic on this map here.
He is holding the accuracy advantage, but Kyujin's gonna have to break soon as we pass the halfway point.
Yeah, if Kyujin doesn't break soon, it might be game over for cloppit. And we see the slow section come in right now, you know, around 300 more combo of slow section, so we'd have to see Kyujin basically break as soon as the hard section starts, and I just don't know if that's gonna happen here. It might already be point over.
Yeah, especially
it might already
with
be
some
1-1
more act
cloppit
drops from
Kyujin.
cloppit there.
Yeah, and the act drops, you know, it's just not looking too convincing. Now the question is, will Kyujin pull off the FC?
I would love to see that. I mean, going into this match, people unsure if Kyujin was able to put up a standing compared to the qualifier score, but starting off with a 99 FC in the DT2 would be a very impressive way.
Yes, definitely a very good sign. Definitely a very good sign for Kyujin fans to start off with an FC on the DT2. Very impressive stuff.
And that's going to be it, an FC, unless absolute shambles happen in the ending here.
That would definitely suck, but I think there's no way he misses here. It's all over, and beautiful, beautiful. 430k difference from the New Zealand legend. cloppit actually still having a pretty good score in S rank. Both players S ranking with 700k on cloppit's side. Not a bad feat at all. Just what can you do against the FC from the New Zealand superstar?
Yeah, that is an unfortunate slider break, but I mean, the accuracy difference did make cloppit feel a bit better there. He can't blame himself just slider breaking.
Yeah, 100%. Very, very good scores here. I guess I would have to assume cloppit will have to pick straight into, you know, maybe one of the no mod mechanic picks. Wouldn't be surprised to see Hard Rock 1 or DT3, as it's a very, very mechanic consistent maps, and I think cloppit has a side on those. But yeah. And we see the Noma 3 come out from cloppit. Low-key, an unexpected pick for me. I didn't expect him to pick this.
This feels like a little bit of a risky pick into Kyujin. Maybe I'm remembering wrong, but I don't recall Kyujin having like a bad Noma 3 score on qualifiers.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's like a bad pick, what's to say. It's just that, like, I would have expected cloppit to maybe go for more of the mechanical picks, like, maybe because maybe that's why he's more confident on, but who knows? You know, cloppit's been grinding the tournament game recently, so maybe he's gained some new type of, like, confidence going into other skill sets, and wouldn't be surprised to see a cloppit win here, but also wouldn't be surprised to see a Kyujin win here, as he is a very good ult player himself. And we're hearing the song in 2x speed as Tosu panics.
Getting into this no mod 3 pick.
You know, this map is very tricky. You know, we've seen players like the likes of Zintex, Imilbis, and Pala and Dumb Andy, you know, those two being very good ult players, getting tricked up in this map. So it would be very interesting to see both of these players playing this map here, see if they can match up, you know, or beat those prime ult players.
Too early to say much right now, but both players with pretty strong accuracy. Kyujin falling behind a little bit on that weird double split section.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, like, I guess already showing in the accuracy department, right? You have cloppit at 99.2% accuracy, while Kyujin is at 97.9. So it makes you wonder if, like, cloppit's accuracy is this good because he practiced a lot more, or if Kyujin's just... I don't know. I talked to cloppit before the match, and he said he was very well prepared for this match, so I guess high expectations for this man.
No mispicks here. And when I did interview him, he was telling me, may have been seeing the interview, that he thinks his reading is quite underrated because it's not really what he's picked for in the team tournaments. Maybe a little bit of that in this pick here. It is a little dense, not the easiest to read. And his tapping is something he's confident in, showing off the extra skill he doesn't usually get the chance to show in the reading.
Right, I do agree with the map being AR 9.4, which is definitely not in cloppit's strong zone. You know, usually him being a very high AR player, so definitely interesting to see this map play out. And they're actually both still FCing. Definitely good showing of consistency of both of these players. Very interesting.
Getting into what I think is the last QI here, because there is a bit of a slow section at the end. And we do see the
Kyujin missed!
cloppit trades it though.
No way! There's still a
Accuracy
chance for Kyujin
advantage
to make
is
this
making
back.
the difference, but yeah, there is an opportunity here. Another
Very big
break from
opportunity. We
cloppit.
see the chain miss. We see the chain miss from cloppit, and all Kyujin has to do is make it back here, and he misses on the square pattern. It's a 20k difference. It's a matter of chain misses here. Both players hit that pattern. Well, it's a matter of whether both of them hit this ending.
And it may just
Will
end
they
up being
both
that
pull it
extra
out?
1% accuracy, the confidence from cloppit early on making the difference.
Right, and they both hit that crazy pattern. All cloppit has to do is hold, and he's got it, and he's got his pick in the bag.
Literally right around the corner. And that's it.
That
Nothing
has to
to
be
miss on
it.
here.
Wow. What a good map. What a good map. cloppit's got it.
A confident showing from both players, but cloppit pulling through on his pick there.
Yeah, extremely solid scores from the both of them. It was just that one section, and the chain misses were just trading through and through, you know, like 615k and 588k is definitely not a bad feat at all. Pretty sure that's the two best scores ever in the round 16 so far in the 4 matchups.
And we're going to see the Hard Rock 1 pick coming out here. Almost instantly, right after that map finished.
Wow. I honestly would have expected cloppit to pick this, but I guess you can't deny the Kyujin flow aim. If you saw OC World Cup 2025 and you watched this match against I forgot who, but they played Prismatics, a very well-known flow aim map, and he had like 99.5% in an FC on 3-1-1, I think. So definitely excited to see his flow aim back in the game in the Oceanic Cup.
This map has been played a lot this weekend already as well, and we've seen some crazy scores on it so far.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's been played in every single matchup so far. I'm pretty sure.
What do we have? We had
Very
the
up on that.
Haley upset on it. We had
Yeah,
earlier today there was a crazy straw on Hard Rock 1 as well.
yeah, there was I think we had 900k from Drox and 940k from Haley, with Haley's score still being the top score. You know, Haley sweep.
In saying that, we have 2 very strong players on our screen right now. Cloppit, top 20 global in the world, versus Kyujin, who picked this. And Cloppit does break early.
Unfortunately, I'm pretty sure the 4th player to fall to that death stream. Unfortunately, you know, just a very challenging death stream. I believe low-key it's like a nerve test. Like, I feel like a lot of players wouldn't miss that in solo, but in tournament it's just very easy to under aim that stream like heavily. So
100%. Is that the same stream that Drox missed on earlier today?
I'm pretty sure it was both Drox and Osbert that just chain missed that stream.
Yeah, just he got like the reverse FC, but had like 20 misses at the start. And I mean, that's such an easy stream to 20 miss on.
Yeah, I guess Kyujin, you know, knowing what this map entails, could be a part of the strategizing here. Well, anyways, missing in the intro in this map is actually very bad, because you might say this map is 5 minutes, but that's low-key not a good sign, because this map is basically slow section for the first half. So if you miss anywhere in the intro, your opponent most likely will have like a 1500 combo lead going to the Ki, and you probably don't want that. Like, you want the momentum.
Cloppit trying to rebuild after that early miss, but he's behind in accuracy and combo here. Like you said, that 3 combo later on, if they both hold, is going to build up so much.
100%. Like, you basically have Kyujin tanking on missing in the Ki here, and Cloppit has to basically hit the entire hard part. So, you know, that 80k score lead, it's showing a lot.
Oh, bit of a slow section. How's everyone's days going? How's your day going, Emre?
I'm doing amazing. I'm doing amazing. How about you? How about you, Gala?
Yeah, not too bad. Had a beautiful dinner. Rushed home.
Awesome. What'd you eat for dinner?
Had a gammon steak. Actually,
Damn.
really crazy.
A steak? Yo, Loki, some steak and watching this match right now would be awesome. Loki.
I wish I could have brought home some more with me, but enjoying this nonetheless. And we're going to start getting into this final TI here.
Nails! Who will miss on the Ki? Because that will entail it all on this pick. Will Kyujin hold his combo, or will he miss everywhere? We will see now. The Ki starting.
Incredibly strong score from Kyujin so far. 99.3 here.
Yeah, 100%. Kyujin looking very, very comfortable going into the Ki, while Cloppit has 97.7, but still looking very comfortable with the 2000 combo. It's neck and neck here. Despite the 100k difference, will they both hit the speed up?
There is still time for Cloppit. 100k difference is not enough to think you're confident here. If you're Kyujin, you've got to hold.
Yeah, he has to hold, otherwise it's gonna swing over if he doesn't, and they both hit the speed up section. It might be here, unfortunately. Kyujin, will he close out the FC? Will he close out the FC? The first FC of the entire tournament on Hard Rock 1. Will we see it? Okay, but how has Cloppit lost his pick with this combo? Like, it doesn't make any sense, bro. What is this matchup? Why are we in round of 16 with this matchup? Guys, the script wasn't right.
Pick.
Yeah, it is Kyujin's pick. The script isn't right, guys. Why is this matchup in round of 16?
This is tough. Like, going against Kyujin at this point, and that's the FC.
And that's the FC from Kyujin. That's the FC.
Like, what are you meant to do if you're Cloppit? Like, you play well in qualifiers, and you get seeded into a 99.1 FC on the Hard Rock 1 with 2.8k combo. How do you play against that?
Yeah, insane scores from both players. An FC from Kyujin and a 930k from cloppit, which is the third best score in the tournament so far on
That's
that map.
crazy.
It's not even a bad score from cloppit. It's just, what do you do against that? Amazing consistency and showing from the New Zealand legend. And we're going straight into the DT3 pick here. You know, some hybrid DT, some triples in speed. I will say that this pick is kind of gambly because this is also picking straight into Kyujin's skill set. You know, with Kyujin picking that DT2 and now picking straight into some hybrid speed. Definitely a very, very nails pick, so to say.
I mean, if you're cloppit picking this, it's got to be purely out of confidence, right?
Yeah,
You're
100%.
gonna be like, Kyujin, you play this back and play it better. I mean, that's probably
confident.
exactly what we saw in that Hard Rock 1 there. Kyujin picking it, going, I know cloppit can play spaced Hard Rock streams, but I'm just gonna FC the map anyway.
Yeah, facts. You know, never doubt the Adelaidean legend on his picks. As he is probably the second best DT player in the entire country, so never doubt the legend.
Getting in here, 200 combo. Accuracy neck and neck, literally identical. Oh, Kyujin does drop a little more.
Yeah, both players looking pretty comfortable going to this map. You know, this map doesn't really speed up until the very ending or middle. So it's just a matter of consistency here. Like, you know, like it's just a matter of consistency. So we just have to wait and see.
Until that last QI, I think we saw in the Jox Osbert match earlier, it's like a few 7-9 note bursts at the end. It does get a little more intense, and it's quite easy to drop your act at the end if both players are holding FC.
Yeah, 100%. You know, seeing that double FC in that Jox Osbert match, you know, definitely a very unexpected thing. Will we see another one today?
It would not
I
surprise
don't know.
me.
It wouldn't surprise me at all either, but that would just be crazy. 2 double FCs on the same day. With Charlie, I mean, oh my god, I just dropped his name. Cloppit having 99.44 accuracy.
Oh my god, we're doxing on stream?
Very, very comfortable. Yo, no, it's not doxing.
Nah, it's all good, it's all good.
He's at the public.
Everyone's gonna know his name anyway when he wins the Oceanic
Yeah,
Cup.
everyone knows his name. Everyone knows his name. No leaks.
Getting into the second PI here, bit over the halfway point. 99.6% for cloppit, 99 for Kyujin. This could become an act battle.
Neck and
again.
neck. Oh, hello,
Tournament
tournament client.
plan? We love to see that.
Hello.
We want to lock in.
Hey, we're watching.
We're back.
And they're still double FCing. They're still double
we missed
FCing with
nothing.
Cloppit with a 1% accuracy lead. We missed literally nothing, guys. They're still FCing. It's just a matter if, like, one of them, oh my god, it could swing either way. With the ending section being the main div spike, we could see literally anything happen here.
I think if they're both going to keep FCing like this, cloppit seems a lot more comfortable with this kind of speed, and the ending does get a little bit faster. We might see Kyujin drop a few more hundreds.
They just both look so comfortable in it, though. They're basically SSing these bursts, both of them. Like, I don't
Maybe I
know.
lied. Why is he SSing it all? And why does it not matter?
Will we see a miss? It's another double FC today.
What are you
The
meant to
second
do?
double FC, first from Jox and Osbert, and now Cloppit and Kyujin once again with the double FC, with Cloppit having a whopping 99.18% accuracy.
Phenomenal
What a
scores.
showing! Phenomenal! Masterclass!
That's almost a run back of the Hard Rock 1. You have both players setting phenomenal scores, but what are you meant to do when you're Kyujin and your opponent here is Cloppit with a 99.2 FC? You play your best and it's not enough.
It's just swinging back and forth, and you know, as I said, these picks look very, very gambly from the viewer point of view, but then you look at these picks and then you realize, like, they're just more confident. That's why they pick it in the first place, you know? So, you know, Kyujin actually picking straight into that No Mod 5, that reading aim control, kind of density, kind of little thing. And, you know, as Cloppit said that, you know, his reading is a little underrated here and there. We could see a little upset here. We could see a little breakpoint.
Nomad 5 is a pretty interesting pick after everything we've had this match. It's been a lot of like high AR, fast maps for the most part. And now we're going to be getting into a bit more control, a bit more consistency.
Yeah, 100%. You know, if you've been keeping up with the past Oceanic Cup matches, you might have seen this being played in a secret box in Haley or versus Paolo and Andy, and you might see that a lot of players, or the majority of players, like to chain miss on these patterns. So would not be surprised to see a big swing on this kind of patterns here on either side of players.
And saying that pretty early, can't say too much yet, but Kyujin dropping a little bit of back here. Not where you want to be against a player like cloppit, who has the potential to FC. Oh no!
And you see that chain miss I was talking about earlier, dropping down to an 83% accuracy against cloppit's FC at 93, and they both chain miss. It's a full reset, but cloppit's got the combo lead, 65k.
The accuracy lead as well, 7% is nothing to shy away from.
Yeah, 100%. And with this map being quite short, you know, that combo lead basically means everything. 70k is nothing to shout. Kyujin having to make up for that 6% ACK lead is just, I don't know, we might see a potential break point here.
And we're already at the halfway point.
NT is in smoke as, you know, we play into the slow section, and it's already halfway into the map with 70k, 6-7k lead. So, you know, we'll have to see a break from cloppit if we want Kyujin to win this point here. And it has to be right now.
Even if it is right now, with the accuracy difference, is there enough time?
I don't think so, and if he just holds on for a little bit longer, I think it just might be cloppit's pick, guaranteed. Right. Yeah, unfortunately.
That's going to be our break point of the match. Changing the tides.
I believe this is the first break point of the match. You know, just definitely a very tough map to play in match. It's basically a nerve test. We see cloppit miss, but it's not going to matter. You know, just nerves playing such a big part, and chain missing those AR9 dense streams, those cut streams, very, very tough to hit, unfortunately. So
that is a tough pick if you're Kyujin there.
Yeah, 100%. You know, just got to keep your head up, get your head in the game, as it is 1st to 6, so it's pretty forgiving with losing breakpoints.
I feel like this has been talked about on this map already, but it's such a you win or you lose map. You're either getting like an FC on your locals, or you're hopping into the match like today and getting a chain miss on one of those streams, and suddenly you're 10% down.
Yeah, 100%. Like
that's definitely the kind of thing we probably saw here. Kyujin probably had some brilliant local stores, and on the day just wasn't able to translate that into the match.
Yeah, 100%. Nomad 5 is definitely just one of those maps where you could just half your local, you know, it happens all the time. The average tournament experience, halving your locals on these type of maps. So definitely not a feat to have your head down on, you know, just have to keep your head up. Hopefully get to the next pick. And moving on to cloppit's pick, he has, I guess, hidden 3. Oh, going to hidden 3, cloppit picking hidden. Hold up, cloppit banned both hidden 1 and hidden 2, and now picking into hidden 3.
On here?
The confidence must be through the roof for him. And I would have to say this is a bit of a shocking pick, because Kyujin is mainly known for, you know, just being a hidden only player, only having hidden scores. So definitely an interesting pick from cloppit. I mean, who knows more than the players? So I guess I have to jump straight into it.
It kind of makes sense. This is such an easy match to like note lock on or get a bunch of really silly misses. And seeing Kyujin's performance, maybe cloppit's just trying to capitalize on that.
Yeah, 100%. I guess this is kind of like a skill cappy map, as most people say this is one of the hardest maps in the pool, with a secret box dropping 400k. And before I say that, we see both Kyujin and cloppit missing right at the start of the map, so
Slight
already showing
athlete,
the
but-
difficulty.
This map does not let up at all.
Yeah, 100%. And we
Bit of
see
a
that miss
chain
from
miss there.
we see that miss from Kyujin again, but not gonna matter too much as the map is around 2 minutes 30 long. But
Unless
we just have to see if
becomes
cloppit runs
God
away
mode
with this.
here, we're going to be seeing a few more misses, I think. Another miss from Kyujin there. And now all eyes on cloppit. Whatever happens in this match, entirely on if he's holding this combo.
Yeah, 100%. If you're a Kyujin fan, you definitely won't want to see more of these misses come through, as this is the slow section. So cloppit's basically just been eating up that combo as we go into the Ki pretty soon. So
Crazy that this is the slower section of the map. Absolutely mental of a hitting 3. And cloppit destroying it. Oh, and I spoke
when as
too
you say
soon.
that, he chain
a
misses,
chain
and
miss. I
Kyujin now
cursed him.
has the lead, and he misses
Oh,
again, but
no.
Kyujin trades it
Kyujin
immediately,
trades it.
breaking that lead. Unfortunately, this was right at the slow section too, so this would have been a little bit of a combo game.
Both players
Unfortunate-
pretty even in accuracy now, but that cloppit combo early on has made quite a bit of a difference. 40k lead.
Yeah, 100%. Extremely unfortunate.
Oh,
You know, if
no.
Kyujin... Oh, and that
was that
miss right
Kyujin
before
miss?
this free combo. That's so sad. So
No.
sad. That's so
That hurts
sad,
to see.
bro. These maps are all so close. It just goes to show how good these players are. Honestly. But yeah, if you want to see Kyujin win this point, you just have to hope that Kyujin basically FCs the entire diff spike of the map. And, you know, if cloppit holds on for like 10 more seconds, it's not going to happen. And with that miss from Kyujin, it's probably over, unfortunately.
In saying that, what is this cloppit score? He's pushing on that secret box territory in the hidden 3 here.
Yeah, who knew cloppit was this good at hidden? Like, oh my
He did
god.
say in the interview his reading is underrated, and I mean, he wasn't lying. What is this? 600 combo into the ending, and he holds through that.
Wow.
What is this guy? Oh no, he does break.
Oh no, a very, very good pick from cloppit here, you know. Not a very expected pick, but it ended up working out very well for him. Like, who knew cloppit can play hidden this well? 470k on a hidden 3.
That's incredible.
Actually did Mog a secret box in that, so...
Yeah, Secret was at like 400k, right? And this is the kind of map you think he would be, like, undoubtedly the top of for the Oceanic Cup players.
Yeah, very, very good stuff from cloppit. Wow. 5-2 now. Amazing stuff.
And we are going to be going into Kyujin's pick here. Scary place to be if you're Kyujin.
You know, I like to see with oh, actually, he just goes straight into the harder 3. A bit of, I think some people would also say this is the most difficult map in the pool than hidden 3. It's kind of just like a techie, you know, kind of dense map. So I guess he's just trying to pick into this thinking cloppit can't play tech too well, but I don't know, we just have to wait and see.
I don't know.
I guess with that Hard Rock 1 performance, he's just probably just very confident in Hard Rock in general.
And we are getting the cloppit timeout here.
Cloppit timeout indeed. I guess just, you know, taking out some of those nerves.
This is actually a pretty interesting pick, thinking about it. I did test play a little bit of this, and I feel like a fair bit of the difficulty is on like the tapping and the slider control. The reading isn't too bad. This doesn't really matter how confident cloppit is in the sliders here.
Yeah, 100%. As we go straight into the map, ignoring the timeout, I guess. Definitely a very tricky map. Could see it swing. This is like a swing map, honestly. Like, since it's so slider heavy, very, very easy to just miss on nothing.
getting into it here. This map doesn't really let up at all. Maybe like a bit of a slow section after the halfway point, but pretty much the whole thing is just intense slider patterns.
Yeah, and as we go straight into it, we see Kyujin with 99.4% accuracy already, while cloppit is at 97.3. So that
so
comfortability already showing on that tech.
It's a weird map because like you've got to be fairly confident in your tapping as well as the tech. Otherwise, some of these like 8-note, I don't want to say jump patterns, but these 8-note patterns.
Oh,
Cloppit
and we
does miss.
see him first miss from cloppit, and thank you attackers for the 5 gift subs. I would go straight into the break. Wow.
Yeah, there's a bit of stamina in here, but the act difference won't matter. Another break from cloppit.
Ooh. That pattern looks disgusting, bro.
Kyujin with an impressive score here. I wonder if this was a pocket pick he was just holding on to for a bad position.
Yeah, 100%. Bro, this is insane.
This is a mental play.
Wait, has this map ever been played in matchups before? Because I don't think any player has
I don't
done
think
a score this well of this caliber.
I may have missed a match earlier, but none of the matches I saw had Hard Rock 3 played.
I see. Yeah, this is an amazing score from cloppit. I mean, not cloppit, Kyujin. Excuse my words. As will we see the FC very close to the endpoint here, 700k and going.
No.
And unfortunately, we don't see the FC. I cursed it. Still a 340k difference though, so it's not going to go to cloppit's favor anytime soon. A very convincing pick from the Kyujin here.
That's such an impressive score on this.
Very impressive stuff from the New Zealand Masterclass legend.
Especially going into this on the 5-2 scoreline. Kyujin would have had nerves for sure. Literally,
yeah, 100%.
the match riding on getting this point and a phenomenal showing.
Yeah, some very, very convincing stuff from Kyujin here. 400k difference in the Hard Rock Tech map. I guess we don't have many picks here. I guess from cloppit, we only have actually no mod picks left and the Hard Rock 2. I would guess for cloppit, maybe to pick no mod, maybe not no mod 4 because of the Hard Rock 3 showing from Kyujin, but I would assume maybe a no mod 2 or like maybe no mod 1 or no mod 2. I would assume from cloppit. Definitely very scary stuff if you cloppit because none of these are very like cloppit favorite picks. They're all like gambly. Like Kyujin can play all of these very, very well. So, and he goes straight to no mod 4 despite the Hard Rock Tech performance from Kyujin. So,
I don't know how I feel about this pick.
yeah, I don't know how I felt about this either because I mean he did legit just drop 800k on Hard Rock 3 and now we're picking into it again. It's kind of nails. It's kind of nails. Low-key.
They are fairly different tech maps. This one, I guess, a little more finger control compared to the Hard Rock 3, which is more stamina / slider aim. But there's still a lot of slider aim in this. And after watching that, I don't know, I wouldn't feel confident picking it. But maybe that's just cloppit wanting to show he can do it.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, this is a very practice-heavy map, so maybe cloppit is just confident in the fact that, you know, he's probably practiced the map multiple times. Maybe he thinks he's practiced the map more than Kyujin. As I said at the start of the stream, maybe Kyujin was too busy, you know, to practice the map as much as cloppit, so I guess some strategizing could be a part of this pick. Yeah, this map is pretty long, you know, being 4 minutes long, so there are a few tricky patterns in this. I've actually played this before in LGA, so I know what's going on in this map. There are a few tricky sliders,
What
so
was that slider?
yeah, if you haven't practiced this map, beware of the slider velocity. You know, some sliders, you know, there's some slow sliders that just can catch you off guard if you aren't, you know, if you've never played the map, like that slider. And none of them break on it actually. So I'm assuming both players have practiced this map pretty well.
Yeah, I'd be terrified if anyone in this lobby hadn't practiced this and had these kind of performances. Accuracy
yeah, 100%.
Very close at this point. Kyujin with a slight lead.
Yeah, I mean, you can already quite tell with the sliders, the velocity changes a lot. And when I say a lot, I mean a lot. I mean, there's so many slider sticks that can just catch you off guard. And if you haven't practiced this heavily, like that reverse slider, and both of them break on it. They both break on it. They both weren't prepared for the slider. I guess they just forgot about it. I don't know.
It doesn't matter. They both break. We're back to evens.
They both break. It's a 4,000 scoreline going towards Kyujin.
This is incredible. They're hitting everything.
Oh,
It's like
Kyujin almost missing on that slider, actually.
Accuracy almost neck and neck. Like
now it's a test of are they
Kyujin.
prepared for the next few sliders to come. As we both did see. I mean, Gal, you saw that they both weren't prepared for that one reverse slider. So now I'm scared.
It feels like
now
they
I'm
both just
scared.
messaged each other. They're like, "Hey, we can't hit that slider. Let's just both agree to miss it."
Yeah,
that was
like
perfectly in sync. They're hitting everything after it.
yeah, like as I was saying, like having like to be prepared for this map and both of them just missing on that one slider, it just makes me scared. Like I'm scared to watch now.
In saying
I'm scared
that,
to watch.
While we have been talking, Kyujin has dropped a significant amount of AC in that slow section.
Oh wow, son.
Straw is leaning in Cloppit's favor, but like a single miss here will swing it over. And that's
Oh
gonna
no,
be a
what
threat
is
for
that?
Kyujin only.
Wait, that's so bad. Oh no. And he
A
misses
second
again. It's gonna
break.
keep going towards cloppit. Unless cloppit breaks right now, it might be game over.
There's not too much to miss on here though. A few practice sliders by Cloppit.
Oh no. That's a devastating miss from Kyujin.
Another
It might be
miss.
over. He's misreading
Yeah,
all over the
this is gonna
place.
be
It just might be
unfortunately.
over. Yeah, unfortunately,
Cloppit
even with
does
that
trade it
cloppit
back,
miss.
but 93k straw gap at this point.
Yeah, unfortunately, with that cloppit miss, it's just game over. GG's to both players. You know, an incredible showing from both players in this matchup. Cloppit obviously being very, very elated with that win as he probably pressed tab. But yeah, very, very impressive showing. I believe many top scores are made throughout this map, so yeah, GG's to both players.
Some, yeah, really incredible straws, like you said. We had that Hard Rock 1 FC.
Yeah, absolutely. Congratulations to
performance out of three,
Cloppit
but
as he moves
Cloppit.
into the quarterfinals winners bracket. Congratulations. Yeah, absolutely. I believe Cloppit will be versing Haller next week. Wow.
No.
Haller versus Cloppit next week, guys. And I believe Kyujin is versing Dumb Andy, and then the loser of
Oh,
let me
what?
check.
Those are both sick matches.
Yeah, the loser of okay, well that doesn't really matter. Anyways,
Really
We
sick
have
matches to look forward to next week.
yeah, 100%. And don't leave yet because we have another match in around an hour. Atkins versus Sawyer. Definitely very interested to see that matchup.
That is something that's going to be really fun. I believe Sayo didn't have too much time to put into the qualifiers pool, but Sayo is such a really strong player as we've all seen. And then, of course, Atkins. Everyone knows Atkins' performances. That's going to be a really fun match. And we're going to see some strong straws for sure.
Yeah, for sure. And you know, Sayo being a returning player from the OWC 2024 roster, definitely very, very excited to see him play again in the Oceanic Cup. Despite him playing in 3WC, this would be his second tournament ever since the OWC 24. So yeah, definitely very, very excited for that matchup. And you know, Atkins probably going to do Atkins things, but you know, can see an upset happen here and there. Also tomorrow, we also have 2 extra matches tomorrow. We have Superior and Puerto happening at 5:30 UTC or 4:30 Australian time, and Maybell versus Saiku at 8 UTC or 7 PM Australian time. So catch in for those matches if you're interested for tomorrow, and that should be it for today. Thank you. Thank you for watching.